Good morning, I'm Steve from Dropped A Pollock Fishing, and we are at Cemlyn Beach after a 3-hour drive from home, and a call in at Bluefin. We've landed. There could be worse places to be, couldn't there? Right, as always, a quick run through of the gear that I'm using with a little bit more explanation. So, on my smaller rod, it's an 8-foot spin rod. I have a 3000 fixed pull reel on. Pick whatever you want, I'm not pulling sharks out. On the business end, I have a 3-ounce gripper weight, so basically, or breakaway. It digs into the sand, it holds it in place. If you get a bite or you're pulling it back in, they pop out and it comes out easily. When you're recasting, which I always forget, and it's windy, put those spikes back in place, there we go, ready to go again. Right, this in my opinion is the best rig to use as a new person, and maybe experience as well, a 2-hook flapper. So what that means is on your metre and a half length, there's 2 strands that come off that lead from your main line to a small hook. So there's 2 of them. One will easily rest on the bottom. If you're at quite a steep angle, the other one will flap about in the water or dance on the surface of the sand. You get loads of different mini species on them, it makes it a bit of fun. So that's going to be my first rod in the water. I am using black lug, which I've just cut into 2-inch sections. Take me hook, feed it on and round. There we go. I pull the top bit just above where the knot is because it seems to hold it a bit better. So do that on both, cast it into water, see if you get lucky, enjoy. Right, I'll take my mic off and I'll give it a go. Okay, we're in the water. So another explanation, when I'm walking back up the beach, I did put my bail alarm straight on. It tells me when there's tension on the line, when the weight's dug in on the bottom, and then as I'm walking back, if I feel that enough tension, that weight's gripped on the bottom, I take my bail alarm back off and I feed the line through my thumb and forefinger, and then when I come back to my tripod, we've still got tension in the line and a slight curve in the rod. So just a slight curve there, because if I get a bite, it'll nod. If it goes side to side like so, if I hope you can see this, it's wind. If you get a bite, it should be a nod forward, and it's more likely going to be like that. If there's any like more senior anglers out there, drop me a comment, you know, give some advice to someone else, give some advice to me, I'll take it. I'm not the greatest, but I'm trying. Right, my main rod. This is called a running up and over, kind of like a pulley pennel. So I have my clip for my line and where the bait clips onto, weight clip, and then a 2 foot length which leads on to 2 hooks all on the same part of line. I would like a thornback ray, that's the reason why we're here today. The idea is that the weight is far enough away from the hook length that it doesn't scare the fish. So we won't be using gripper weights like we have done on this 2 hook flapper. I'll be using just a normal weight or a looming weight or whichever, so that there's lots of movement for the bait, and then hopefully a ray will see it. Right, I've baited up my main rig on my bigger rod that I'm hoping to catch rays on. I think I've told you arse about face what I'm going to do, so I'll just explain it again. This tied onto my main line, weight about a foot away which can slide, hook length 2 foot away, squid and sand eel. Right, see if I can film this. The line clips on up here onto this little clip, come here, one-handed, and nearly. I'm going to get this. Right, there we go. The line clips over this little clip there, and then the hook comes down to where your weight is and clips on here. You can see it, yep. So when it hits the water, that releases, that spews your hook out and away from the weight, and hopefully it lands in a well presented manner and we catch a big fish. Right, we'll get it in water. That was my fault, not perfect at casting or anything like that. I let go of the line a little bit too late, so instead of sending it nice and iron air, catching the wind, taking it further forward, I've sent it more direct. So not quite as far as I would have liked it. We'll see how we get on, we'll still give it a go. Right, I'm back. So on my little rod, the 2 hook flapper, I have frozen black lug on. Frozen's not always the most ideal, but this time of year, we're currently in the start of March, it's probably one of the best that you can get for just a new starter. However, it has been in the water 15 minutes, so they don't last forever. Check your baits regular, rebait, cast out again. You'll also get a chance of learning how to cast, which is what we did with James when we went to Morecambe. So I'm going to reel it. Right, that were a good shout to reel in then. Both my hooks are clean. rebait, recast, try again. Look out for that nod. It's now been about 20 minutes since I launched my big rod out there. So again, I'm going to check my bait on there. If it's all in good nick, it's going straight back out, and I'm going to attempt to cast it a bit further. Yeah, if it's all chewed, had it, whatever, I'll rebait. Right, my bait has been chewed, so I'm going to put on a new sand eel because I think that's what's gone more than the squid. I'm going to hook it in both hooks, I'm going to bind it on with some bait elastic, then we're going to put it back out, fingers crossed. So, similar to last time, 15-minute check for my small rod. It has gone to snot. That is a portion of the head, and at the bottom, again, it's gone, there's barely anything left. That were the tail end of the original one, not the best bit to use, but I'm not wasting anything. So, rebait, recast, try again. Apologies about the wind. If you can see this here, Steve just reeled in to check his bait, and yeah, we've got crabs. Right, we might need a plan B. So again, I'm ligged out on the beach. I've just done a bait change again, after Steve mentioned about getting the crab claw. So it'd been 15-20 minutes since I last checked, so it's time. Slight difference though, I've taken off my breakaway weight, you know, the ones with the prongs on that help you dig in, and I've put in the normal weight, just to see if that little bit of movement helps attract something. So on with that now. So, as much as we're having problems with the wind, I think I've had my first little nibble on my right hand rod. That's the smaller rod. I'm going to keep a bit more attention to it. Yeah, we're going to keep a really close eye on it, see if we get a few more little knocks, because it may well be that the crabs are just picking at it. So I'll leave the camera rolling for a minute or two. So I'm just checking time, it's 1:15, so my bait's been at an hour on my big rod. That's the squid's been at an hour. I did add some sand eel to it, so I'll reel that in. We're having a complete new bait. I might go with vampire squid because something different, just to shake it up. I reeled in. Absolutely stripped clean. We have a crab problem. Okay, so things aren't quite going to plan. I ain't got a million fish on the belt. I can't even say that about a decent single line. So small rod, reel in. Again, same as big rod, stripped clean. So more black on. Instead of trying to go for that 40-50 yard mark, I'm just going for the short 20 yard casts. So yeah, just a short cast this time. The idea is I've had a big bait quite a way out. My last cast were much more successful than my first. My second cast wasn't bad. On my smaller rod, I've been out at 30, 40, 50, 60 yard mark-ish. And now I'm just seeing if there's anything that's moved up closer in. It's just a little bit of variance, it might give you a better chance. Maybe it'll get you that first fish. Big crab. Crab! Right, so it would be. Oh, get up. Oh, bollocks. It would. Come here, you little swine. Third time lucky. It would bait change time, and yeah, we've got a little female crab. So, no doubt, these are what have been causing all those problems with baits being stripped. Yeah. Right. So Steve has just done the self and same thing as me. Oh wow. Yeah. That doesn't look too healthy, does it?
No.
Oh no, it's a calm. It's a female. Yeah. So self and same thing as me. Bait's been stripped and it's pulled in a crab. Right, this is our last cast and then we're moving on. Usually I say fingers crossed, I'm not going to bother. I've just put in a black lug on the big rod. I'm going to see if I can tow that out a bit farther. We've got half an hour left and then we're going to move on to a different mark. proud of that cast. Right, as you can see, I'm rolling around on the beach. I am Steve from Dropped A Pollock Fishing. Don't want you getting me confused with Yasmin Bleeth from Baywatch. It's pretty much time for us to wrap up. There's about 10-15 minutes left, so I'm going to pull in my small rod, dismantle it. I'm just going to leave this camera rolling just in case we've got something tiny on. Hope you've enjoyed. We're moving on to a second mark. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it in one video or two videos or whatever, but one will be after all type thing. So yeah, thank you for watching.